It is the Louie Bellina Show. Good Friday. Louie Bellina Show lunchtime, thanks to Rudy's Barbecue. I'm still, if you weren't with us at the end of our first hour, I was sharing the Easter at Aggie Softball story. Yeah, it brings back memories, none of them good. It was one of the most scary, horrific. What's up, Jeanette?
He's on the elevator.
All right, Brice Jones, Barbecue Pitmaster. He joins me lunchtime each and every Friday. He's in the elevator. He'll be with us shortly. Oh, man. None of it's made up. It was one of the greatest ideas. And the Easter ferret rat. And I'm telling you, and here's the other thing, too. You know, I don't know. We're all different people. We remember things crystal clear. And the moment before it started was so beautiful because the whole Aggie softball outfield was covered in these beautiful eggs. And it's just a picture stuck in my head because it was so beautiful and so cool and so nice, right? But the second they said go and the hordes descended upon the outfield and the carnage actually started, and what I saw, and I can't unsee, oh, man. Yeah, Easter's never been the same. I don't know if I've had an Easter egg since. Now, if you want to send chocolate our way toward the Charles Schwab studio, you know, we don't turn chocolate away. What's up, Brice?
What's up, man? You still talking about Easter eggs? I was listening to you downstairs. Like, normally once you go to break, like, I can come up and then. But
oh no, I ran long.
Maybe that's what it was. Like, normally I listen to you. I walk up and I'm in plenty of time, and then I'm in the elevator. The phone's ringing. I'm like, what? I looked at the phone. I was like, oh wow, he must have run long. I wasn't paying attention.
When I started, I should have been smarter. I'm a bad host.
So it's your fault. Okay.
Oh, it's all my fault.
Yeah, it's all your fault.
Because we now have to do the high school sports update at 12:56 instead of 11:56.
Good job.
It's one of those memories you can't burn out, right? Yeah. It just is what it is. Dale and Tabor even texted and said, so an unclean Easter bunny and rabid parents sounds like all they needed for the trifecta was tequila.
Yeah, some parents are ruthless when it comes to that stuff.
It's
me. Like, I'm just like,
but
go.
The kids didn't care, and they were dragging their kids.
Yeah, it's not like there's
through the grass and on the ground.
If there's like $100 bills in every egg.
One piece of candy per plastic egg.
A piece of candy or some little plastic toy that the kid they had with them would swallow if they had it. So
the horror.
Parents are
Brice,
ruthless.
You were out at Troubadour last weekend.
I was.
How was your experience?
It was awesome. So it was a blast. So ate lots of good food. Listened to some good music. Had some drinks. It was a good time.
The music was phenomenal. The barbecue was phenomenal. The music was phenomenal.
The barbecue was phenomenal. I think there was a lack of actual barbecue, though. There was lots of tacos, lots of different stuff. Like, there was a few places that did brisket and a few places that did ribs. Like, it's getting less and less barbecue every year and more, what's something random we can come up with. And now there was some really good randomness. Don't get me wrong. Like, there was some good stuff. But when it's, you're a top 50 barbecue place, make your barbecue. And I get it. I know
they cannot afford to.
Yes, beef prices
it's too expensive.
Look, I'm doing a cook-off this weekend. Trust me. I know what, looking at what we paid for a brisket and, looking at prime or something else. And it's just like, good Lord. Like,
Brice and I hooked up at the Troubadour. Yeah. Your wife was there. Always. I see her, 3 times a year, if that much, too.
Yeah.
And it's always a pleasure. I was so happy to see her. And we compared notes because it was towards the end. 3:15 is when the eat stopped, and I think it was 2:45. We got
like 2:30, something like that. Yeah.
And we got to compare some notes, and that was one of your observations, and I 100% agree. But I do want to be clear. It's not like, oh, no.
It's not, oh, no.
It's just a barbecue festival where nobody does barbecue anymore.
Yeah, very few.
It's barbecue joints that cook amazing food, and oh, my gosh, it is amazing food.
There wasn't anything bad, That's the thing.
Correct.
Like, there's nothing bad.
But
there were
not
the ones that I like, and funny enough, the ones that I liked the most weren't barbecue either. So, besides Snows, they did their brisket, which I said on the show that Friday.
I
hope Snows does their
brisket, rib, and sausage.
Yep.
And they're the only one. You know what they did?
Yeah.
They gave you a plate of barbecue.
They did.
Because they're Snow's barbecue.
Absolutely. Now,
only one.
Yeah, and it was chopped brisket, which is fine.
$17.75. I want to be clear because they were in the pork tent.
Yeah.
Our local, they're awesome barbecue place,
I know,
right?
Man. Yeah, they had
pork belly and a pork chop.
Yeah.
In the pork tent.
They had
perfect
pork sliders, which I missed out on. They were still making.
Didn't get them.
So, yeah, I didn't. Well, they had some. They were just people were taking that more over like but they had a bone-in pork chop,
dude.
and it was
they
good.
were the only ones that I could have ate there and nowhere else because the pork belly was huge.
It was, yeah.
And it was a full-in bone-in pork chop. They treated you like royalty.
Yeah.
That was a full-on plate of food.
Yeah, and it was there was lots of good food. You're right. It was a full plate of food. Snow's was the same way. Tejas out of Tomball had ribs.
Yes.
They had ribs. They had their carrot souffle. They had this chocolate pudding with strawberry cream that was
But
really
we mentioned
good.
maybe 3 of only 5 places that did barbecue at a barbecue festival.
A lot of them did sausage. I will give them that, but not many did ribs or brisket or that type of deal, which is fine. A lot of those places I've had. Some of them I hadn't, and was hoping to get like more of their barbecue stuff. But I mean, it just means I have to when I'm around. I still got to visit. So, but it was a good time, good music, good food.
Well, in the first, this was the fourth. Was this the fourth one?
Third.
No.
Third one here in Aggie Land.
Okay.
The original one was was up North Texas, DFW area, I forget where.
I know Salina.
So yeah, Salina, however you say it.
I know in the past ones, because they did barbecue, I always left with two that I've tried. That from eating there, I went, okay. And it's almost like a thank you. And I went from there and then went to go eat there.
Yeah.
Because of the barbecue. Well, I don't know of the barbecue. So there's nowhere I'm going to go to eat barbecue from this experience.
Yeah.
I love the food. I raved to my friends about eating there and the experience, but I didn't have barbecue, so I don't have to go try barbecue.
It was
there.
less barbecue than in years past. So especially the first year.
Oh, first year,
everybody did
only barbecue.
Yeah, everybody did it. Now I get the prices, and it's also difficult to cook for that many people to cook traditional barbecue. For that many, to give everybody a whole rib, because you can't cut the rib in half. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't give everybody a half a rib, or you're giving everybody one rib, and you think of the thousands of people that are there. How many slabs of pork ribs do you have to make? Brisket's a little bit different because you can chop it up. You can, cut the slices down a little smaller, that type of deal. But then you talk about, briskets right now. If you're looking at, primes or, prime briskets are almost $6 a pound. American Wagyu is almost $7 or $8 a pound. Choice and Select are $4 and $5 a pound. Like it's expensive.
You're talking about portion size and price, but then why were 7 places already closed at 1 hour into it?
Yeah.
So if you're going to do that, then you shouldn't have 7 places shut down an hour in.
Yeah.
If you're going to do portion size and price, so I agree with you, but then one or the other. Everyone needs to be open the whole time.
Yeah.
If you're going to go with the more cost efficient, smaller portion size. Or if you're going to go with the way this is too expensive, I get why people would be closed sooner because they don't want to go broke.
Yeah, and
not both.
If I was going to be in any tent, I would have been in the pork tent because you can do pork belly, pork, pulled pork. You can do pork butts and have a bunch of those, and it'll feed a ton of people. Make a good barbecue sauce, make a little slider out of it, that type of deal. Being in the beef tent would be the hardest one, the most expensive one. So
you can't do beef.
Yeah,
beef's too expensive.
Snows did it. It was good.
Snow's committed. They just said, you want barbecue, sausage, rib, and brisket on the same plate.
They're old school barbecue. They don't do all the new craft stuff. You know what I'm saying? They don't do these weird flavors, and they are traditional barbecue. They do it the same way every single time. They're not doing R&D and trying to figure out these new things to do. Whereas all these other places, you kind of have to nowadays. If your name's not established like Snow's, you have to do some funky stuff sometimes to get people in. And but Snow's doesn't. They have the name. They have the legacy. They just do their traditional barbecue, and that's what they do. They don't have other menu items to roll out like some of these other places that are trying different things.
I want to say something like for the record. Funky stuff is not creating an aioli or sauce and then drowning it and calling that funky. That's not really funky.
Yeah, and I had one, I won't say where, I did have a rib somewhere that, man, it was so citrusy. It was some weird, I don't know. I was trying to figure out what citrus it was or if it was a mix, but it was just like, it was like eating an orange or something and not a pork rib. So it was like, not me. Okay.
Not your style.
No, had a bite and unfortunately had to go in the trash.
If anyone else went out to Troubadour and you want to share best bite you had, best thing you ate, your experience, you could text. Anybody can text about anything, truly. 979-693-1150. 979-693-1150. You can light up the Texas Mobile and Lube Express inbox. Texas Mobile and Lube Express, owned by Gabriel Garcia. Best thing you ate?
I'll give you top 3.
Okay. Any order? No order.
Any order. Vaqueros had this skirt steak taco with this amazing sauce. It was really good.
Yes.
Yeah, and then
yes.
Then LJ's in Brenham made this pozole that was really, really good.
Was the pozole supposed to be cold or hot?
It was hot, yeah.
Mine was cold.
Was it cold? By the time it was so good. And then they also made a sausage that was pretty good.
And I thought it would have been hot. It would have been so much better.
Dude, it was hot. And it's probably, by the time
I was late.
I was one of the first ones. I'd skipped the first tent and went to that tent because
you knew they were there.
The other line was there, and I wanted to try it. And then the third one, man, so those two were really good. And then honestly, there was this. It's hard to leave out Snows and that just because I'm a big fan. Their pork ribs were really good. Brisket was what it always is, so y'all have to throw Snows in there. Well, you had one that I didn't get to try that makes me mad. That was your favorite.
Okay, so Rossmeyer, which is down in Spring, if I read the card right.
Yeah.
So
I did. I talked to them. I went back after you told me about it. Went over there. They're like, "We're out." I said, "Where are y'all located?" And they told me how to get there in Spring. Yep.
They did, and again, this is not barbecue.
Yeah.
But I don't care. This was so amazing. They did a filet and a Carolina wing, and both of them were of the highest quality, like juicy. That was the wing. The filet was cooked and again, at a festival like this, and you're going to make X amount, how do you cook a filet perfectly? I'm not expecting a perfect filet. It's just a filet.
Yeah.
Man, both were seasoned, and a lot of times when you get steak, because I remember year one, there's tons of steak, actually.
Yeah.
Steak.
Yeah.
Outright, just huge chunks of steak, and most of it was overcooked or overseasoned because they're doing bulk steak. But it's steak, man. Come on, shut up. It's steak, right? No. A perfect filet in the Carolina sauce, I remember lingered, but in that good kind of way.
Yeah.
The wing was perfectly juicy, and the wing you got was not this little one bite you hit in the bone. It was a juicy, fat wing. That was easily first place alone of the whole day for me.
I was mad that I missed that one because that was in the Snows area over there too. Like
it was
because the line at Snows was there were no lines anywhere. Snows had a good line. And then there was one next to it. I can't even think the name. It was actually a pretty cool little brunch idea. It was like cinnamon. It was pulled pork on a cinnamon toast crunch waffle or whatever it was, and it was pretty.
Well, they had
like
the bottom of a hamburger bun, pulled the pulled pork on it, and then the cinnamon toast was mixed in with the pulled pork.
Yeah.
Everyone I know loved that.
It was
absolutely crazy.
It was really good. It was really good. And I can't think of the name of the place it was. It was one I didn't know. But it was if I was eating brunch, I would eat that 10 out of 10 times. Really good.
I wonder, I didn't put it down in my photos because I actually took photos this year of the top three that I can remember for me. Yeah. And my number 2 is Snows, just so you'll know. But that Snows number 1, Rossmeyer's, that was the walk away.
Yeah.
That was.
I'm mad that I missed that one because I hit most of them. So.
Cook, barbecue style, so on the grill as opposed. Everything about it was brilliant. And the Carolina wing they didn't have them out, and we were like wondering, should we wait because there's so many places to hit? And I'm like, I haven't had a wing at Troubadour. I don't remember having a wing.
Yeah, I think that's the first time. Now I missed last year's. I was obviously at the first one, but missed last year's. But yeah.
I was like, I'm going to be patient. I'm going to chill for a second. We'll wait. And what's 5 minutes? Yeah. I mean, come to find out, that's 3 places were closing behind me, so I missed out on 3 other places waiting 5 minutes. But still, it was so fantastic.
There's lots of good stuff.
Before we take a timeout, before we move on from the world of barbecue, you said you're in competition. All right, you mentioned before, but come on. Where are you competing? What's the event?
Yeah, we're it's the Milliken Cook-Off this weekend for the community center.
Oh.
Also, the first Doc Memorial. One of our cook-off buddies passed away last year, so first annual. This was kind of his cook-off. Was always he was on all of them, but a great guy. When I first started, he didn't know me from anybody. Always came over, talked to me. Just a super good dude that unfortunately passed away way too soon. So it'll be the first annual Doc Memorial Cook-Off. So,
turn in Saturday or Sunday?
Saturday. So we're hoping. I'm sure we'll probably talk about it tomorrow. As I'm hoping we push everything up a little bit, beat the rain by lunch. Like I don't think anybody will have an issue getting things done earlier, so that we can get out of there before the rain kicks in.
Saturday's the rain day.
Yeah, and it's some places say around lunch, some places what weather service says 2 or 3 o'clock, and we're just hoping it stays out till about after lunch.
And what are you cooking for the weekend?
It's the 3 meats: chicken, ribs, brisket, and then there's an open category. So hadn't decided on open yet.
Soup.
No, it won't be soup. It'll either be barbecue shrimp poppers, or I may do some pork belly burn-ins. Hadn't decided yet. I'm going to the store after this to decide. So
Pork belly burn-ins. It's not a question.
No, it's not. My bacon wrap shrimp win most cook-offs that have a seafood category. So they're a little bit different.
That's like a cheat code. You wrap shrimp in bacon. How hard is that?
No,
that's just delicious.
It's all got to do with the sauce that I put on top. That my little homemade sauce I've been making and working on. So it's pretty good.
Do you take your base barbecue sauce and then do a variation on it?
No, it's a completely different sauce than anything I use. So it's just something I've been working on. And
how do you say that? You don't ever bring me this stuff. Like, how do you say that right now?
Yeah, I mean, it works. I haven't had, my other sauce works really well on the other stuff, so I don't try it in competition except on on a seafood category because I don't really care if I, win or not. And it's done really well the last 2 years. So.
Dude, you got to update me on this stuff.
I'll make you a bottle. I'll make you a little bottle.
Do it? I'll use it.
Yeah.
So what time is turn-in tomorrow? Well,
I've got no idea. Like 10.
Text me the info. I'm free-ish tomorrow.
10, 11:30, and probably 1-ish, something like that, or the three categories.
Text me tomorrow. I might have a chance to come out.
I'll know about, I think the Cooks meeting is at like 6 or 7 tonight.
Like I said, I'm free-ish tomorrow.
Yeah.
And that's all before the Final Four.
Yeah. Everything should be done before basketball and all that good stuff.
We'll take a timeout. When we come back, when we return, well, I'll get Brice's thoughts on Aggie Baseball because God knows he tweeted nonstop during the game yesterday.
I think I tweeted once.
What did you tweet?
The staff is rough. Honestly, I think that was my only tweet.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I guess it was the rest of the world.
There was a second one, but it was about how good this offense is. So
I guess it was the rest. There was a lot of commentary last night.
It wasn't me.
I'm used to it being you like every 5 minutes.
It wasn't me.
This bleep has to stop. What are we doing?
It wasn't me.
Maybe I was thinking flashback to Aggie football.
Else.
It is the Louie Bellina Show, presented by CC Electric. Free estimates, military and veteran discounts. That's what they do at CC Electric. It's the Louie Bellina Show on the Zone.
Your home for Aggie Baseball is the Zone 1150 AM and 93.7 FM.
Aggie Baseball last night, Brice scored 8 runs and lost on a Friday night. Against Oklahoma, they scored 7 runs on a Friday night and lost. I said this earlier, and you don't BS me, so that's why it's fun to ask you this. But I feel like if you score 8 runs, and I'll put 7, you should be 9-1, 10-0 in SEC play if you score 7.5 runs on a Friday night.
Yeah, I mean, typically your Friday night is, your guy, your ace. And, I mean, look, Shane Sadeo hasn't been good enough, pretty much all year. But the bullpen didn't help. The bats were fighting back and, doing all they could, and then the bullpen just wasn't good enough. The defense wasn't good enough, to keep it close enough there at the end. And it felt like a close game, even though, with 13-6, 14-6 final?
14-8.
14-8, sorry, yeah. But yeah, I mean, look, the pitching staff has not been good enough, and if you score 8 runs, I don't care if it's Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, you should expect to win most games. And so
I am willing to say that on a Sunday, if you average 7.5 runs, you have a chance to be like 7-3.
Yeah,
or 6-4 even. Sunday is its own, but on a Friday night, your ace, your whole bullpen's fresh.
Yeah,
you average 7.5 runs. You should be like 9-1, 10-0.
Well, I'll say this: this year feels different, though. If you look across the scores on Friday night now, you're not seeing 2-0. You're not seeing 2-1. I mean, you look at the scores last night. 10-8. 7-9 run. I mean, look, I'm just being honest. Like,
no. Last night was Wild and Woolly.
Yeah,
Mississippi State and Georgia is number 4 in the country versus 5 in the country.
Yeah,
10-9.
Yeah.
Auburn scored 10, but I mean Arkansas only scored 2. Alabama, Oklahoma is 11 versus 16, right? 10-7.
Yeah, it feels, and it's not just this Friday, it's been a lot of Fridays. And so I don't know if it is, did they do something to the baseballs like they do Major League Baseball? Is it going to be that kind of year where offense rules? And, Sadeo, I mean, he punched out 10 yesterday, but the long ball continues to kill him and Weston Moss. They got to figure it out. I don't know. I hate shuffling your rotation. And I mean, obviously Aiden Sims has been really good on Sunday, but Moss hasn't been good enough, this year to be worthy of the Friday spot either. But, I don't know if it's in Sadeo's head. You saw him mentally react several times in frustration when he gave up those home runs yesterday. And so I don't know if it's not, good for him. I think you take him off Fridays and maybe try to get him in a better headspace. I don't know. But
I think Sadeo should be in the pen because with a strikeout rate,
him and Moss both should be.
And you take both of them, the whole 3 pitch, remove a pitch from the arsenal, just throw them out there to almost get outs until they can't. I almost think they're pen guys.
I think Sadeo and Moss are both would be better in the pen, but they didn't. Go
they have no choice.
They didn't go after. They had told them they were starters, and so they didn't go after starters in the portal. They went after bullpen guys. And obviously Sims is a freshman. He's the guy they recruited, and he stepped up and been really good on Sunday. But yeah. There's no question the pitching staff has to be better because it's got to be frustrating for the offense to keep scoring 6, 7, 8 runs and losing baseball games because you shouldn't. So, but it feels different this year. I don't know. The offenses have been way better than all the pitching staffs at this point.
I think that's a good analysis, a good thought.
Yeah, I feel like everybody's numbers are up. I really do. But it'll be interesting to see how it plays out through the course of the rest of the season. If maybe the offense is just ahead right now, 3 series in, or will the pitching catch up towards the end? But usually as it gets further and you get more innings,
the hitting warms up.
Yeah,
it's
I know.
Not the pitching.
So, I know. But right now, across the SEC and what I see in a lot of the top, 25 games, lots of runs being scored.
The thing about A&M is maybe you thought they'd have the bullpen so the hit starters could be 4-inning guys even. They don't have the bullpen.
No,
for it.
I mean, you lose Stewart and I can't think of his name that they lost even before the season started. Those were 2 guys you were counting on to be high leverage guys, and they're not there. So, you're running guys out there that weren't supposed to be in that situation, but they got to figure it out. Because outside of Freshcorn, nobody in that bullpen gives you a whole lot of confidence. And I know Freshcorn gave up. He came in and gave up 2, but that's a ball that should have been caught. That's a play that should have been made and should have been an out that got under Partita's glove, and or at minimum it should have been knocked down in 1 run. But yeah, Freshcorn, I mean, if you think about it, is probably the only guy coming out of that bullpen that you have any confidence in to get out.
Well, use the right word, confidence.
Confidence. Yeah.
Other guys have had moments like Cunningham was coming along.
Yeah.
He was into form, and you were starting to develop that, and then last night just imploded.
Yeah.
Gavin Lyons has started to build into a weekend guy. Not saying great, elite, all SEC, but he had developed into a weekend guy and
gave up a bomb and then 2 walks, I think, on him. And at least they went and got him quick. I mean, that's the problem.
But still,
that's the problem with last night, giving up the pitching staff not being good enough, is now you got a doubleheader and you used all your guys yesterday.
Were they just, seriously, they were lucky to only give up 14 runs. It was 18 hits and 10. That's 28 base runners.
Yeah.
They were lucky.
Yep.
They actually were lucky.
Well, Vandy relied on the long ball. That was how they got pretty much all of their runs. I mean, that's how A&M got all their runs. I mean, 5 bombs, basically.
Well, it was 8 runs on 8 hits for A&M.
Yeah.
And Vandy got 14 runs on 28 base runners.
Yeah, and I'm not sure how many times A&M walked. It was several. I know they had hit by pitch. I know Blake walked and got a hit by pitch one time, and so they've it's too many base runners. It's too many base runners.
A&M has the toughest part of their schedule still ahead of them.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can lose 3 of your first 4 series.
Yeah, I mean, I know Vandy's unranked right now too, but I mean, they've been playing really good baseball lately. It's a different Vandy team than they're used to. Not a lot of bunting and stealing bases like they're. They're a little more pop in their bats, and I don't know what to say. I hate having to play a doubleheader today. We'll see how it goes. It can't be. I mean, Vandy used a lot of their guys yesterday too. So,
and they don't have arms. They're throwing all freshmen. Their storyline of why they're not the normal Vandy is all their pitchers got injured.
Got hurt. Yeah, and I mean, A&M's bullpen is 2 of their top guys is hurt, and it's a thing you go into the year knowing you're gonna, nowadays with arm injuries, you're gonna lose at least 1 guy every single year that you're counting on, if not 2. So it's hard to plan for because guys don't want to be the backup plan in case somebody gets hurt. But yeah, it's difficult. But yeah, you need to figure out a way to win these 2 games today. Can't lose the series at home to Vandy.
If you, I mean,
you can.
No.
You
I was
can,
about to say something tragically stupid.
You have a
like if you win game 1, you can win game 2. No joke. But
no kidding.
With
really?
A&M's offense and momentum, I feel like if they can mash and bash game 1, I easily see them winning 2.
Yeah, they
But if they lose game 1, they could just roll.
What they need today to be able to not get.
And we have Aiden Sims starting now on 2-day short rest, by the way.
What you need
for
is
a freshman.
You need Weston Moss to have a good outing today. You need 6+ from him today somehow, some way. You do.
Ooh.
I mean, you have to. You cannot use who you used last night. Like you said, Sims is on short rest for the second game, but you used all your relievers last night. I can't think of one guy they didn't use that they normally use. Maybe Hunter Vinson was the only one I didn't see. But yeah, you really need 5-6 innings out of Weston Moss of a good start.
Why you put that juju on him like that?
I just said they need it.
Has he went 6 yet in SEC play, or most of his starts? He's not a 6-inning pitcher.
I didn't say he was. I just said they need it. Like, I don't understand why that's so difficult that they need him to be that. They're playing a doubleheader after using everybody yesterday. Pretty simple.
Well, I'll root for him.
Yeah, of course we're rooting for him.
Again, I don't want to see them losing 3 of their first 4. That was my big trip on this, was just like, if, they lost to 2 top 10 teams, the series could have beat OU to start, and then yet not, and what's their place in the pecking order, and you're at home, too.
Yeah, that's the problem. It's a home series. It'd be different if we were on the road at Vandy type of deal, but yeah, you're at home. Yeah, it's a series you look at. When you looked at the schedule, you were hoping this one was a series win. And if you come out of this weekend with your only series win being Missouri, you're not happy. But again, look, the SEC's tough. What, they'll get 8, 9, 10 teams into postseason baseball probably. I don't know. There's still a lot of baseball left, but A&M's schedule.
I think they're going to get 10 in this year.
Yeah, but A&M's schedule does not get any easier. We all know that, and so that's why the importance, and that's why it sucks to have to play the doubleheader today. With the rain coming tomorrow.
I want to pull this up because the remaining schedules, to me, like I said, I think their toughest is still Adam, because next weekend is going to be Texas, who's like 2-1 in the country, and I know they lost to South Carolina yesterday. That's fine, but they have Texas, LSU, who's not the team we thought they were, but they're still a team nonetheless, because LSU is a preseason top 5, and then you have Florida, who everyone last night got upset.
Yeah,
but Florida's rounded into form, and they were preseason top 10 too. And now they're finally back in the top 25. Auburn's been top 5 most of the year, and they're a top 10 team right now. Ole Miss is good, not great.
Yeah, agree. They're not because they're not ranked, are they?
They're unranked right now.
They're unranked, yeah.
But they won last night.
They're a lot like Vandy. They're an unranked team that's still playing really good baseball right now.
And then top 5 Mississippi State's how you end the year.
That's what I'm saying. Outside of South Carolina and Missouri, who are you not worried about playing? I mean, honestly, I guess maybe I don't know how good's Kentucky this year. I hadn't seen much. I don't think
when Ole Miss is the only one on that list, and they're good, but that's the only one that's maybe a breather-ish.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah,
that's a rough 6 series left.
Yeah,
for their schedule.
It's going to be tough, and so any win that they can get, any win in a series, honestly, of course you've got to steal a couple here and there, but to think with those 6 series coming up, how many of them can you actually win? And then you start worrying about,
That's why Vanderbilt at home. Of the 6, if we make Vanderbilt the 7th, Vanderbilt is the 6th or 7th on that ranking of a pecking order.
Yeah, it's a tough road. Tough year to have that schedule and not have the bullpen you thought you were going to have. But again, the way this offense is swinging it, they can drop 10 on you in a heartbeat. The way, the only one that kind of feels like he's struggling is Hakopian, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
You look, I saw it last night. I didn't know Bender was hitting 412 coming into the game. Like, he's staying in the lineup until, that cools off. Jordan Wilson seems to have taken TK's job. But he's mashing the ball like up and down the lineup. That there's just not.
You don't make any offensive changes, do you?
No, yeah. I don't think so. But there's no hole. That's what I'm saying. Is this offense gives you a chance, regardless of how much your arms may struggle. This offense gives you a chance to win every single game. And they're going to need it. They're going to need this offense to continue to be really good. From what we've seen, I know it's not a small sample size anymore. Yes, they've dominated.
It's like where my thought started.
It just doesn't. It shouldn't happen very often. And it feels like it's happened 2 or 3 times this year where you scored
7, lost. 7, they scored 11 on Sunday against OU and lost.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
11 lost,
2 or 3.
7 lost, 8 lost.
Yep. It can happen once. It can't keep happening. So we'll see. We got big games today.
Bryce, let's grab a timeout. You know what I do want to – let's talk about the other side of the diamond.
Okay.
Winning 5 straight, first place in the West, leaving the Rangers in the dust.
The Houston Astros.
Yordan Alvarez is a god.
Mashing. Hey, a healthy Yordan is one of the scariest hitters in baseball.
And Hunter Brown's a god too.
Yeah, he is.
It is the Louie Bellina Show, presented by CC Electric. Free estimates, military, and veteran discounts is what they do at CC Electric. This is the Louie Bellina Show, Friday on The Zone.
You can hear the NCAA tournament, March Madness, on the Zone 1150 AM.
Legendary.
And 93.7 FM.
The Louie Bellina Show. Man, time flies when you hang out with friends like Cedric Golden of Austin American Statesman on the D4 Land Services Hotline. Brice Jones, Barbecue Pitmaster. Long time. Holy cow. You ever think about that for a second?
Yeah, I figure it's been 15 plus this year or something.
It's been a long
between.
Well, how long ago did you work at Texas?
Yeah, I mean it's got to be.
It's
15,
been 20 probably.
Texas Radio, the Belucci Hour here. Yeah. I mean, I've always done your show on on Friday. I think I've always done Fridays on your show ever since the Texags days.
I'm pretty sure, man. It's been forever.
It's been 12 plus years. Easy.
Yeah, Brice Jones, long time. Been a part of what we do Fridays, noon till 1 inside the Charles Schwab studio. At one point, Chip Howard of Chip Howard Sports Talk, legend him on Tuesday, was telling me that the Rangers were going to clinch the West by Friday. Smoke is cleared, first place, winners of 5 straight. Houston Astros swept the Boston Red Sox, and,
not much of an accomplishment considering how the Red Sox hadn't been very good.
Look, this is
But you were the one panicking last week how the season was over after 2 games. And
well, you saw the starts we were getting.
I tempered cause. I was like, hey, it's okay. It's all right.
You saw the starts we were getting. I mean, it did look over.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look,
over?
The offense didn't look great, but now it looks good.
But Yordan Alvarez, brilliant. The offense after Yordan has been nice, where everyone's just doing what they're supposed to.
Yeah, Christian Walker's been hitting a little bit, like Paredes. I mean, everybody's been putting them, doing their part.
And you've gotten Lance McCullers through better than Lance McCullers was. Look, Lance McCullers was never an ace. Yeah. Lance McCullers was just a really good pitcher who had some great starts and then was a World Series MVP hero in relief one year.
Yeah.
Would he throw 72 straight curveballs and they never hit him? Remember?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. And just to be honest with you, what I like, and look, I know, we're 7 days in. Shut up, Lou. But this win streak of all 5 games in the first week.
5 of 7 games they've played.
Right? I don't think the Astros have done anything extraordinary. They've just kind of done what the players can do.
Yeah, and look, we've talked about all year. If they can stay healthy, they are still a good baseball team that can win the division, make the playoffs, and make some noise. They just their stars have to stay healthy. And Yordan, Hunter Brown, they need Hader back.
We'll see him in August.
Yeah, I mean, no, he's already been throwing a little bit. He'll be back in a couple weeks.
Sure.
But yeah, I mean, if their stars stay healthy, and look, Altuve and Correa still have life in their bat, and Paredes has been good. And
we know Correa does. Yeah. It's Altuve that. Man, he says things sometimes like his goal is to play 150 games this year. And I'm like, oh, come on, man. Stop it. And right now they have Paredes. Jeremy Pena was announced that he will finally play back-to-back. They never put him on the IL. He didn't want to go. Yeah. So he's played every other day as he's and every other day has been him not going to AAA, doing rehab starts.
Yeah, basically.
Fascinating, and it's worked.
Yeah.
Never seen that before. But he will play back-to-back, so he'll probably play Friday, Saturday, and take the Sunday off day. Part of rehab still. Now it becomes, because now is, what do you do at Paredes? Did you know he played 3 different positions?
Yeah, I know.
I wasn't sure how close attention you're paying.
Well, it's
if you can make this work where he's giving anyone in the infield their off day, you have the at-bats for everyone now.
Yeah, I think so. And so we'll see how it works out. And they're playing pretty good baseball. The pitching staff's been good. The bats have been hot. And so it's early. Lots of baseball left.
And you mentioned Correa. I'm not worried about Correa.
Yeah,
I don't know if he's in his prime, but he's still an all-star caliber.
Yeah, he could still be that caliber if he, obviously defensively he's always been that caliber. It's just what he does with the bat year in and year out. Some years I think injuries have hurt him over the years, and sometimes he played hurt and didn't swing the bat as well. So if he's fully healthy, we'll see what we get out of him.
And what is he batting, 4 in this lineup?
I think so. Yeah, I think he's 4 or 5.
Because it's Altuve 1.
I've watched a lot of highlights and not a lot of full games, so it's early in the season where college baseball is still going on. Lots of stuff going on.
You got to look. Game 2 counts as much as game 160, man. Come on, got to be on board.
Obviously, it did last year because you missed the playoffs by 1 game, right? So,
and then what's funny is you get to do like a list of 20 ifs. If Yordan played more than 5 games, if Hader doesn't miss the last month, if anybody stayed healthy, anybody.
Yeah, they were in the playoffs. But
Astros are in Sacramento.
Who's in Sacramento?
To take on the A's. Remember they're playing the minor league.
That's true. Yeah,
Sutter Health Park. Javier goes tonight, Imeen goes Saturday, and Lance McCullers tries to follow up on Sunday. You know what makes me laugh? It's the A's, and you should win. But we actually never give enough credit to the A's, who are usually actually not a bad team. Remember how they sneak into the playoffs? They were playing Moneyball.
They hadn't snuck into the playoffs in years.
Maybe 3.
No, it's been more than that.
No.
The A's are not a good baseball
team. And the Astros, I think, this is Lou, no facts speaking, historically struggle with the A's.
I feel like the Angels more than the A's. Like, it's always felt like, in division, the Angels always gave us problems when they were, outside of Mike Trout are terrible.
To me, it always seemed like the A's, where everyone else would sweep the A's. Astros would like lose 2 out of 3.
The Astros have notoriously played down to a lot of teams. Let's just be honest. Like they've notoriously for the last 5, 6, 7 years have played down to bad teams sometimes.
You know this schedule. So they had the Angels, which they actually lost the series to.
Yeah,
and now it's the A's. You know where they are next week?
No,
Colorado.
Colorado.
And you know where they are a week from Monday?
No clue.
Hosting Colorado. And you know who the worst team is? Like, undeniably.
I mean, Colorado was on pace last year to set the record for most losses. Did they do? They didn't do that.
No.
I think they got close. But
White Sox, I think, still on the modern record. But they're gifted 6 games at Colorado in the next week and a half.
Yeah, build that lead over Texas.
You just need to take advantage because there's going to be hard times ahead.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Win these when maybe you can't beat the Yankees this year or the Dodgers. You got to take the dubs when they're there, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's why, seriously, look, they've won 5 straight, but that's why it kind of hurts to split with the Angels a bit.
Yeah, it hurts, but not as bad this early on. We'll reflect at the end of the season.
Dude, I live it. You say not that bad. No, I still haven't slept.
I really don't get into Major League Baseball till summertime. Really don't. Give me what I always say. Let's see what it looks like at the All-Star break. Then we can talk about it.
Not me. Not me. I love baseball too much.
Oh, I mean, look, I have it on when it's on. It's so hard to watch the Astros.
Trivia.
I mean, basically, if you don't have Fubo, you got no shot. Or if you don't live in Houston,
I don't have Fubo this season.
Yeah, so you're not. Watching
I had to switch.
Yeah,
I had to switch.
So you're not even watching. So.
I have Hulu Plus.
Is Astros on there?
Nope.
No, didn't think so. I have MLB Plus, but they're all blacked out on there all the time. So
yeah,
whatever.
They say we live within 5 miles of Houston and Arlington at the same time.
Yeah,
so you can't watch Astros or Rangers.
You can't see anybody, yeah.
Isn't that amazing though?
Bring back what was it, Fox Sports Southwest or whatever it was. Bring that back, or the Astro Network. What was that one called? We need to bring those back to where I can get those.
Well, okay, go back. You had Prime, I think, and then Fox Sports Southwest, and there was a minor period of time where we had both Fox Sports Southwest.
Yeah,
because you remember they were split. Where Fox Sports Southwest,
you
Houston.
you could watch the Rangers or the Astros
because you had both,
and then it changed to something else, and you could still get the Astros, but. I don't know.
Now we have nothing.
No, I have SportsCenter highlights.
No, I can't watch ESPN.
I watch social media. I don't watch ESPN. Twitter highlights. Come on now. You know me. Well, we've talked about this. I used to wake up. I used to watch SportsCenter every morning, every night.
You're the third person this week to say this exact same statement. What is going on?
And none of us watch it anymore.
Correct.
Go woke, go broke.
And I don't want. I try not to because I've said it enough that I want to be.
I've said it on here several times.
I just don't want to be the guy on the porch who keeps saying it.
I would have SportsCenter on in the background all day, and now I won't turn it on at all.
I never turn on ESPN for SportsCenter
no, nothing, not anything except for it's College Game Day.
You have 3 people on SportsCenter who have never watched a game in their life. Because their personalities, they're not
they never played
experts. They're not people that study. They don't live it. They're influencers.
There's hidden agendas behind everything.
They're influencers reading scripts.
Yeah, basically.
That's what ESPN is now.
Yep.
And they used to be people that love sports
outside
like you did.
Scott Van Pelt. I do enjoy watching. Okay. I'm just saying. I'm going to throw credit where it's due. Yeah. Okay.
You're the third person this week. Did something happen that I missed?
It's been that way for 10 years. People have stopped watching SportsCenter, or maybe 5 years. People that used to live and die watching SportsCenter, watching all the highlights of every baseball game and all Major League Baseball Tonight and all these things. Nobody watches it anymore.
Again, I've said it enough that if I said it every day when I thought it, that people would be like, Lou, shut up already. So, but I don't mind you.
ESPN only comes on when there's a game that I need to watch that's on there. Yeah.
Well, they own all the properties. So I got to watch ESPN, ESPN Plus, and ESPN Plus Plus, SEC Network Plus.
Yep.
Anything with a plus, I got to. That's fine.
Yeah, I'm good with it.
But to watch actual ESPN,
because we are blessed now, we can watch anything and everything we want.
It's glorious.
Yeah, love it. But I'm never going to watch. I don't watch SportsCenter anymore or anything else.
I used to wake up. Yeah. And I think the TV was already on ESPN.
It would be.
And you would watch the SportsCenter loop where I could almost voice the highlight with them.
Yeah.
That's how many times you
knew what was coming.
And you had MLB tonight, NHL tonight, NBA tonight. On a loop. And you loved every moment of it as a sports fan.
Yeah. No, people don't do it anymore.
No, I'm going to be honest here. Changing world as a sports fan. Now, thanks to the wonderful supercomputer in my hand that you call a phone, I don't have to wait for SportsCenter. I can get every highlight I want. So I understand the needs of a sports fan have changed greatly since those days. So maybe that version of SportsCenter is not necessarily what the modern world needs. But you can't tell me that I need influencers reading scripts, showing no highlights, and working on the lines they've been assigned to boo me with and talk about anything but sports and actually be insulting to sports fans. I know that's not it too. So
yeah, rant over.
No, it's not just beginning. Astros, Rangers. You mentioned Christian Walker. He has 5 doubles in the first 7 games. And you know how you go to the inner stats to see how they're doing? His exit velo is 96. And there's only 9 hitters in all of baseball entering play this weekend that are higher.
MVP?
So
Christian Walker MVP?
We'll see if it keeps up.
You know it won't last, but that's okay.
Well, it doesn't matter
I'll take
right
it
now.
we'll take it while we can get it.
My number one complaint about the Astros to start the year is I've seen Yordan Alvarez in the field twice.
Yeah.
No!
He should, yeah.
0.0. I don't care if you have 0 outfielders healthy.
I agree.
Because the one thing you can't do is get Yordan hurt.
If you can't teach the guy to play first base, he shouldn't be playing in the field. And obviously, they can't do that, or they would have done it already.
You know
but
what?
he's
Even if you
68.
could, at this point, do you not realize that there's nothing more important?
Your entire season rests on him being healthy.
So
your entire season.
He DHs. I don't care who's injured on the rest of the team. I don't care what you need. I don't care about anything else.
Bring some minor league kid that's never even played major and put him in left field.
I would rather see Hunter Brown in left field than Yordan Alvarez.
Very true. No, I don't know. That's the 2 guys I say Yordan is the key to your season. Hunter Brown is too.
If you had to choose with a gun at your head, who are you putting in left?
I'm putting Hunter Brown out there.
Thank you. I would tell him not to move until the ball landed and then pick it up gently. Yeah. But I still would never put Yordan back in the field.
Agreed.
And he's already played twice in 7 games.
That's not too bad. It's better than Dusty would have run him out there 7 out of 7.
Wait, the manager last year was Espada when they were trying to put him in left?
Yeah.
So
Look, I agree with you. I don't want to see him
just
out there.
say no, man. Just say no to.
Tell you, maybe Yordan would put his foot down like, look, man, I'm not be playing the outfield anymore.
Okay, if I was the manager, which I'd be fired in the first 10 games, but if I was the manager, I would tell him not to run out a ground ball. I don't want him moving.
Yeah.
That's how put him in a case.
He doesn't really look. If you watch him hit, if he hits one on the infield, he's not running it out.
Good.
So he's not trying to stretch doubles or anything like that. My man's trying to hit it 500 feet and jog the bases. That's what he's trying to do.
That's his job, dude.
I know, and he's doing it right now. So
anyway, very pleased because nobody's insane. Nobody hit 10 homers in 10 games. And I know some of it's unsustainable, but that's where other players then can fill in the gap. So go Stros. Go Stars. You see the Stars won last night?
I did not.
What did you do?
Listen, you've got me to where I watch playoff hockey, okay?
Yeah.
Which,
by the way,
it's a win. It's a win, right? Like
only 6 games left in the regular season.
Is that it? Okay, so it's coming up. See, I don't even know that. I don't even know.
I'll text you. I'll make sure you know.
Just make sure I know, because I will watch playoff hockey. Well, honestly, you don't have to text me. I see that it's on. I watch other games outside the Star. Like, if there's not an Aggie baseball game on or Aggie softball or something that I can stream, then I'll watch hockey at night, because, I mean, there's not a whole lot else out there. But I do enjoy playoff hockey, whether it's the Stars or anybody else. I will wait until, like, the second period and see what the score is. If it's close, it comes on.
You make me laugh at that one, though.
I'm just saying.
I don't have to. Thank you. I have permission to not have to text you for this now.
Yep. I got it.
Brice, you can get out of here. When we come back.
Okay.
Nothing time. And I know you got a competition. And hey, best of luck to you in the Smoking Aces.
I'll text you when I know the turn-in times.
Please let me know.
Yeah, for sure.
Be good, brother.
Later.
Brice Jones, Barbecue Pitmaster, Smoking Aces competition team. And guess what? They're in competition this weekend. When we come back, bye-bye. We're done with the Louie Bellina Show, presented by CC Electric. Friday on the Zone.
The Money Machine opens again April 20th. Another chance to win $5,000 from the Zone.
The Louie Bellina Show from inside the Charles Schwab studio. We're out of here in basically 2 minutes. I got the high school sports update. Yeah. I know it's supposed to be at 11:56. I screwed up. My apologies. So 12:56. High school sports update every Friday, every Monday. Thanks to Kelly Burke-Dozer. Steve in College Station. He is a Sooner fan. It's okay. We're all flawed in our own special ways. Said, Lou, can you share the barbecue info on Twitter when you find out? Yeah, sure. Why not? No problem at all. Brice Jones, Smoking Aces competition team, in competition in Milliken, a cook-off this weekend. And he's going to send me when the turn-in is. And Brice has said this before. I don't think we mentioned it today, but anytime they're in competition, the Smoking Aces, anybody could stop by. Anyone that does and says hi to them after the turn-in, at the turn-in, once they're in, you can eat. You could try it yourself. They welcome people. They love when people come out and actually visit them and say hi. They'll talk with you, visit with you, talk barbecue with you, and you can eat. I go out there, I don't want to say a million times. I hope to make 1 to 2 of their competitions a year. So over the years, now I've been out there a bunch of times, is the word I'll use. They're the best ribs I've ever had. The barbecue chicken is the best I've ever had. They're legitimately that good. So yeah, Stephen College Station, absolutely. I will share it. We're out of time. I hope you had fun. If you listen today, I think you get the essence of what the Louie Bellina Show is. We don't take ourselves seriously. We love our Aggie sports, and we talk it. I hang out with my friends like Cedric Golden and Brice. And sports is fun, and that's kind of the universe we live in. I wish we had more time. I did want to talk about Phil Mickelson and Tiger Woods, both out at the Masters. This will be the first Masters since 1994 with no Phil and no Tiger, but I got to go. Look, you and your family, please have the greatest Easter weekend ever, and let's meet back here Monday at 11. Peace, everyone.